Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. In review today is The Batman on 4K Blu-ray. Let's take a look at the tech specs. It was shot in 4.5K, it's got a full KDI, the aspect ratio is 239:1, it's got a Dolby Atmos soundtrack, it's a 100GB disc, the runtime is 176 minutes and it's rated 15. In terms of picture quality, The Batman was first shot digitally in 4.5K, then transferred to 35mm film and then scanned back to digital, a process which the movie cinematographer Greg Fraser previously used on Dune, resulting in the image carrying a layer of grain and a slight softness. Also contributing to the film's softness are the lenses that were used to capture the film, including the Arri Alpha anamorphic lens, which gives the image a soft bokeh effect, drawing the viewer's attention to certain aspects, whether by making the background sharper or, as in this film, making the foreground elements, such as the characters, more defined. With the filmmaking process and the lenses that have been used, detail and clarity isn't razor sharp, and although skin textures and costume detailing is good, you won't be seeing the finer intricacies and nuances such as individual pores or hair follicles like you'll maybe see on other movies on the format. But this is all down to the film's intended look. The boost in resolution is still apparent though, with a good increase in textural refinement, which is evident on the Batman's suit and cowl and the Penguin's makeup and prosthetics, making for a noticeable upgrade over the standard 1080p Blu-ray. The Batman isn't a vibrant or colourful movie, and the colour palette is quite muted, mainly consisting of blacks and greys with splashes of primary colours such as reds, yellows and the odd hint of blue, which stand out from the dark settings. With pretty much the whole film taking place in nighttime or low-lit environments, the image has a very dark and gloomy appearance, which gives the HDR grade a heavy workload that it handles impeccably. The blacks aren't quite inky black and intentionally have more of a soft dark greyish look, which allows the detail and depth to be retained in the darkest scenes. With the darkness of the image, the bright highlights pop with a greater level of intensity, whether it's the large explosions, car headlights or the red flare that Batman lights at the end of the movie. The application of HDR nicely accentuates these brighter elements. If you enjoy this type of content, why don't consider subscribing, as I have new videos out every week. Moving on to the audio quality, Warner Brothers' presentation is accompanied by an engaging Dolby Atmos soundtrack that produces a dramatic and exciting listening experience. The subwoofer output is deep and aggressive, delivering room-shaking LFE that's perhaps some of the lowest I've heard on the format. Every punch that Batman throws delivers an authoritative thud. Every explosion has a great sense of weight and scale, particularly the bomb inside the church, and every beat of the music inside the Iceberg Lounge went so deep it made the back of my seat vibrate. The height speakers get a nice amount of usage throughout, with some cleverly integrated effects, from small but effective uses such as the Riddler's duct tape or the firing of Batman's grapple gun, to more pronounced and enveloping effects, such as hovering helicopters, heavy rain and bats fluttering in the Batcave. One of the main highlights in the movie is the Batmobile chase in Chapter 9, which is a serious demo-worthy scene, with great use of the surround channels and vigorous bass response from the Batmobile's engine. This is a perfect scene to showcase your system. Michael Giacchino's musical score sounds terrific throughout, especially the Batman theme, and dialogue is always clear and audible, with no problems to report. To summarise, I'll give the picture an 8.4. With the filmmaking and stylistic choices that were made by the director and cinematographer, it doesn't result in a highly detailed and razor-sharp image, but rather a more faithful presentation of the film's intended look and theatrical release. Even if the film's colour palette is quite muted and not overly colourful, the application of HDR still brings some nice improvements to the image with great handling of bright highlights and low lit or nighttime scenes. And I'll give the audio a 9.6. This Dolby Atmos mix is sure to give your system a great workout, with good use of the height channels, immersive surround channel activity and terrific subwoofer output, all making for a demo-worthy soundtrack. So these are my thoughts on the Batman on 4K Blu-ray. Will you be adding this one to your collection? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching guys, enjoy your movies, bye!